Hello everyone. Very warm good morning to all of you. Today I am going to teach class 12th chemistry. The chapter name is coordination compound and the topic from this chapter is salts and types of salts. So first of all, first heading is salt. First heading is salts. So what is salt? Salt is formed by the reaction of acid and base. So when acid react with base, then they form salt and water. Means salt is formed by the reaction of acid and base. So when acid like HCl react with base means NaOH, then it forms salt. Salt means NaCl and H2O is water. We know that HCl is an acid and NaOH is base and NaCl is salt and H2O is water. So salt is formed by the reaction of acid and base. So when acid react with base, then forms salt and water. It's called salt. Second, types of salt. So there are two types of salt. Salts can be classified in two categories. First is simple salt, and the second is molecular addition salt. Molecular addition salt. You know that simple salt is that salt in which one type of cation and one type of anion should be present. Means any salt containing one type of cation and one type of anion, then it is called simple salt. So simple salt contains one type of cation and one type of anion. One type of anion. So any salt containing one type of cation and one type of anion, then is called simple salt. For example NaCl. NaCl containing Na plus Cl minus means one cation and one anion. Second is MgCl2. MgCl2 containing one cation Mg2 positive and second anion. So it contains only one type of cation and one type of anion, then they all are the example of simple salt. Molecular addition salt means salt molecule formed by the addition of salt. So when molecule combine together to form a salt called molecular addition salt. Molecular addition salt further divided into two categories. First is complex salts, and second is double salts. So here complex salt is that salt which retain their identity on dissolving in water. When if any compound having complex part, then complex part can be lose their identity on dissolving in water. So complex salt can't lose their identity on dissolving in water. And complex further divided into three categories. First is cationic complex. Second is anionic complex, and third one is neutral complex. Let's see example. Cationic complex means, for example, if we are taking a compound CuNH3 4SO4 on dissolving in water, it break into CuNH3 with positive sign, 2 positive sign, or plus SO4 negative sign, 2 negative. So this is a complex part, and complex part containing positive charge. So if any complex part containing positive charge, then it is called cationic complex. Second example, K4 FeCN6 on dissolving in water, then it break into 4K positive or plus FeCN6 4 negative. So it means complex part containing negative charge. So when complex part contain negative charge, then it is called anionic complex. Anionic complex. And the neutral complex means like NiCO whole 4. So NaCl whole 4 is a neutral complex because on dissolving in water, it neither gives positive ion nor gives negative ion. That's why it is an example of neutral complex. So neutral complex don't give ion on dissolving in water, called neutral complex. Cationic complex gives positive part on dissolving in water, and anionic complex gives negative complex on dissolving in water. I am repeating again, complex salt या complex compound are those compound which retain their identity on dissolving in water. Means complex part never be dissociate on dissolving in water. Complex part remain same in salt form या in solid form as well as in liquid form. So called complex salt. Double salt made up of two simple salt. So when two simple salt combine together to form a double salt. Most famous example of double salt is alum. Alum means fitri. Alum formula is K2SO4 dot Al2SO4 whole thrice dot 24H2O is an example of double salt. So it contains K2SO4. K2SO4 is one salt. Al2SO4 is another salt. So means it contains two salt with 24 water molecule as a crystalline form. Water molecule present in a crystalline form. That's why there are only two salts. One is K2SO4 and Al2SO4 whole thrice. Is it clear? Okay, thank you so much. Hello everyone and very warm good morning to all of you. In the last lecture, we already discussed about salts and types of salts. Today in this lecture, I am going to teach you a new topic, terminology of complex compounds. So heading is terminology of complex. So in complex compound, we are taking an example like famous example is K4 FeCN6. In complex, how many terms are here? See, first term is ionization sphere. Ionization sphere, which means on dissolving in water, this part ionize. So it is called ionization sphere. Second is coordination sphere. Second is coordination sphere. Coordination sphere means those spheres which do not lose their identity on dissolving in water. Means on dissolving in water, these part of the complex remains same. Means it can't be break into Fe and Cn. So this is called coordination sphere. In coordination sphere, three terms already given. First term, metal. Metal is called central metal. Central metal. And central metal attached with ligands. Central atom always attached with ligands. In coordination complex, ligands having tendency to donate electron. So ligands donate lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons. And central metal accept lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electrons. Or central metal provide d orbital for ligands. So that compound which donate lone pair of electrons called Lewis base. So ligands act as Lewis base, and those compound which accept lone pair electron called Lewis acid according to Lewis concept. So this is called Lewis acid. And third term is number. Number is 6. So this number is called coordination number. Is called coordination number. Actually, coordination number means how many ligands attached with central metal. So there are 6 ligands attached with central atom. Then the coordination number is equal to 6. Is it clear? So this is called terminology of complex sphere. I am repeating again. There are two sphere. First is ionization sphere. Second is coordination sphere. Ionization sphere means that sphere which ionize on dissolving in water, and coordination sphere means do not dissolve in water on dissolving in water. There are 3 terms. First is central metal, second is ligand, and third is coordination number. Central atom accept lone pair of electron from the ligands. So this side act as Lewis acid, and the ligands donate lone pair of electron, then they called Lewis base. And the number is called coordination number. The number means how many ligands attached with central metal is called coordination number. Is it clear? And the next topic is classification of complex compound. Complex compound. Complex compound can be divided into category. First is homoleptic complex, and second is heteroleptic complex. So we will discuss about both terms, homoleptic and heteroleptic. First term is homoleptic complex. Homo means same. Word homo means same. So those coordination compound which contain only one type of ligands are called homoleptic complex. Means those compounds or complex which contain only one type of ligand. Only one type of ligands are called homoleptic complex. For example, K4FeCN6. So in this example, ligands are CN. CN means only one type of ligands present in this compound. Second, CuNS3, whole 4 and SO4. So in coordination sphere, only one type of ligands means NS3 will present. So these two are the example of homoleptic complex. Second is heteroleptic complex. Heteroleptic complex means those complex which contain more than one type of ligands. So those complex which contains more than one type of ligands are called heteroleptic ligands. For example, CuNS3 whole 4 Cl2 and Br2. Is it clear? So in this compound, this is a coordination sphere. In coordination number, 2 types of ligands are present. So this is an example of heteroleptic ligands. So heteroleptic complex means which contain more than one type of ligands. So ligands are those group of atom which directly attach to central metal. So there are two group attached with copper. First is ammonia and second is Cl. So it is an example of heteroleptic ligands. Okay, thank you so much. Hello everyone and very warm good morning to all of you. Today I am going to teach you class 12th chemistry and the topic is denticity. So first of all, denticity means the number of donor atom present in a ligand is called denticity, or the number of lone pair which donate by the ligand is called denticity. So the denticity means number of donor atom present in a ligand. A ligand is called denticity. Denticity can be divided into following category. First is monodentate ligand or unidentate ligand. Monodentate or unidentate means any ligand which has tendency only one donor atoms या only donate one lone pair. So it donate only one lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electron is called monodentate ligand. For example, in ammonia nitrogen contain one lone pair which has tendency to donate that lone pair. So means it donate only one lone pair of electron. Means it is an example of monodentate ligand. Second is H2O. In H2O, oxygen containing two lone pair of electron, but it has tendency to donate only one lone pair of electron. Next example is hydrogen with negative sign, Cn negative sign, Cl negative sign, etc. So they all having tendency to donate one lone pair electron. That's why they are called monodentate ligands or unidentate ligand. Second is bidentate ligand. Bidentate ligand. Second is bidentate ligands. Bidentate means having tendency to donate two lone pair of electron. Donate two lone pair of electron. So those ligands which has tendency to donate two lone pair are called bidentate ligand. Examples are most important. First example is E. E-N-E. And the full form of E is ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine. So first of all, formula is ethylene CH2 single bond CH2. This part is ethylene. Diamine means two NH3 group attached with CH2. So one attached with CH2 and second attached with second CH2. And in NH2, nitrogen contain one lone pair and second nitrogen contain second lone pair. So means here the donor atoms are nitrogen and nitrogen. So there are two donor atoms. Yeah, it has tendency to donate two lone pair electron. That's why they are example of bidentate ligand. Second is OX. OX is oxalate ion. Oxalate ion. Formula is COO or C double bond O single bond O negative and C double bond O and single bond O negative. So here oxygen containing lone pair of electron, 3 lone pair electron, but they have tendency to donate only one lone pair. So here donor side, donor atoms are oxygen and oxygen. So this is also an example of bidentate ligand. Third example, GLY. GLY name is glycinate. Glycinate ion. GLY means glycinate ion. Formula is CH2. It attaches with NH2 and second it attaches with O negative. So here one donor site is nitrogen and second is oxygen. So here donor atoms are nitrogen and oxygen. So they all are the example of bidentate ligand. Is it clear? Third is tridentate ligand. Tridentate ligands. Tridentate ligands. Tridentate ligand means donate 3 lone pair of electrons by ligands. Electrons by ligand is called tridentate ligand. Example is DIE. Full form is diethylene triamine. Now see, diethylene means CH2 single bond CH2, one ethylene, and second is CH2 single bond CH2. Triamines means one NH3 attached with this CH2 and second is attached with here. So diamine. Triamine means one NH is attached with both CH2. So here first lone pair donated by this NH2, second by this, and third lone pair donated by this. If we are taking the central metal means M, so first donor atom is nitrogen, second donor this nitrogen, and third donor atom is this nitrogen atom. So it is a tridentate ligand because here 3 atoms which has tendency to donate lone pair of electron, and the donor atoms are nitrogen, nitrogen and nitrogen. So this is called tridentate ligand. Tridentate means 3 donor atoms. Next is tetradentate ligands. Tetradentate ligands. Tetradentate means donate 3 converted to 4. 3 means 4 lone pair of electrons. Example is triene. Name is triethylene and tetraamine. Now see, triethylene means it attaches with CH2 and CH2, NH2, this one. Now see, so one donor atom is donated by last NH2 group. So here one ethylene group, second ethylene group and third ethylene group. So triethylene. Tetramine means one NH2, second NH, third NH and 4 NH2. 4 amines group. So name is triethylene tetraamine. Is it clear? Next is pentadentate ligands. Next is pentadentate ligand. Pentadentate ligands. Pentadentate means having 5 donor atoms or 5 donate 5 lone pair electron. donate 5 lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons. Example is ethylene diamine triacetate. Now, first of all, see the structure of ethylene diamine triacetate. Ethylene means CH2 single bond CH2. This is a ethylene. Diamine means NH2 NH2. Triacetate means 2 hydrogen replaced by acetate group. First acetate group CH2 CO negative, second acetate group, and third replaced by hydrogen CO negative, and last one is hydrogen. So name ethylene diamine 1, 2, 3 triacetate, and the donor sites are 1 nitrogen, 2nd nitrogen, 3rd oxygen, 4th oxygen, and 5th oxygen. So this is an example of pentacetate ligands. Donor site, donor atoms, nitrogen, oxygen, oxygen, and oxygen. So there are 5 donor atoms. Last is hexadentate ligands. Hexadentate ligands. Hexadentate ligands. Hexadentate ligands means having 6 donor atoms or donate 6 lone pair of electrons. Example ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Also called EDTA. EDTA -4. Ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Full form of EDTA is ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Tetraacetate means last NH2 also converting CH2CO negative, and the last donor atom is oxygen. So here 6 donor atoms are present: 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's why this is an example of hexadentate ligand. Full form of hexadentate ligand is most important EDTA. EDTA means ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Is it clear? Okay, thank you so much.